everyone, in this lesson we're going to take a look at how to tune the guitar without using an app, okay, or an electronic tuner, okay. Shock alert, you can do this, okay. Everybody today, including myself, relies heavily on the apps and the electronic tuners you can buy, and not so much our ears, okay. We look at it and we tune it to where the dial hits the right spot and we go, okay, we're in tune. However, before the day of electronic tuners, okay, and apps, okay, there was a way to tune the guitar, okay. Trust me, because that's when I started playing guitar when I was, I think, 14. There were no apps, there were no electronic tuners, so I had to learn to do this by ear. So as we're all working on our ear training using theta music, the first app talks about tuning and intonation, okay, and this is now how we can put that into practice, okay. So check this out. What we're going to do is we will take a tuner, okay, but we're only going to tune one string. We will take number 1 string and tune that to the note of E with the tuner, okay, and then we're going to turn the tuner off and turn it upside down wherever you want to hide it, okay, and we're going to go forward. So now what we're going to do is we're going to tune the 2nd string, okay, number 2 string, to number 1 string, which is in tune. So I take any finger and I place it on the 5th fret of number 2 string, and I pick number 2 string and I compare it to number 1 string, and they should be the same note, because this note on the 5th fret 2nd string is the note of E, and number 1 string we know is also E, so they should sound the same. Okay, if they sound, let me tune out D tuner. So if I get, we can hear it's flat, it's too low. So then what I've got to do, I've got to tune up, okay, still too flat, keep tuning, okay, and when I tune it in, and I'm going to tune in number 2 string to number 1 string, okay. We don't change the tuning of the open string we're comparing to, okay. Then we're going to go to number 3 string and compare that to number 2 string. Here's where the fret is different. On number 3 string, it's the 4th fret. So we take any finger, place it on the 4th fret of number 3 string, which gives us a note of B, and we compare it to the sound of number 2 string. And they should be the same, okay? Alrighty, because they're both the note of B. Again, if this 3rd string is either higher or lower, then you're going to adjust the tuning peg on your guitar accordingly. Okay, so again, we're comparing now number 3 string to number 2 string. We then continue on. We take number 4 string back to the 5th fret here. Okay, any finger, pick number 4 string on the 5th fret and compare that to number 3 string. Again, using just our ears. The tuner is off, we're not even peeking at it, okay? Alright, and again, sharp or flat, we adjust accordingly, okay? We then jump over to the 5th string, again on the 5th fret, compare the 5th fret of the 5th string to the 4th string, which gives us 2 notes of D, and again we change the 5th string accordingly if it's sharp or flat to get it to be the same. And then finally we jump over to number 6 string, where we take the 5th fret of number 6 string, okay, and we compare that to the 5th string to give us 2 notes of A, okay, and that's how we do it. At the end, if we take a G chord or any chord chord you're familiar with and give it a strum, we want to listen if it sounds in tune. If it sounds a bit strange, maybe one of the string is slightly out, okay, so we go back again through the process. 5th fret number 2 string, compare it to number 1. 4th fret 3rd string, compare that to number 2. 5th fret 4th string, compare that to number 3. 5th fret on the 5th string, I said it wrong again. 5th fret 5th string, compare that to number 4 string, okay, and then we compare the 5th fret on the 6th string to the 5th string, okay. And again, the important part here is we're only tuning up or down the note that we are fretting, not the open string we're comparing it to. So when that's all done, then you can grab your tuner, okay, turn the tuner back on, work through it, see how close you got. Okay. The the more you do it, the closer you will be. It's strange how what happens is if your number 2 string is slightly out because your ears are telling you it's in and it's actually not quite out, okay? As we move across the strings, the other strings get further and further away from number 1 string, okay? So this is where tuning the guitar by ear is a great ear training exercise, and also it takes practice. So recommend you try this. Most people, when they pick up the guitar, just run through the tuning, make sure it's good. Typically use the tuner. Maybe a couple times a week, try tuning it by ear and see how you get on. If you have questions, let me know.